What's up YouTube? Fallout Freak here, and I'm back with another creature lore video. So it's been a while since I've done a creature lore video, and the creature lore video that I'm going to be doing today is of the Super Mutant. Super Mutant has been in, I think, every single Fallout game. I know they've been in Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4. I'm sure they're in a bunch of others, but with out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the Super Mutant because we got a lot to talk about. Super mutant is a general term referring to humanoid mutants created by exposing a regular human to a variety of the forced evolutionary virus, or FEV. The resulting hulking mutants typically possess exceptional strength, endurance, resistance to, or immunity to disease and radiation, as well as modified intelligence. A common trait of all super mutants is that they are completely sterile and cannot reproduce. One variety is even explicitly asexual, i.e., devoid of primary sexual characteristics. The mutation generally cannot be reversed, as one introduced to the subject, FEV automatically corrects and changes to DNA. A theoretical cure would have to both reintroduce the original DNA and prevent the FEV from overriding it. Originally introduced in Fallout as a unique mutant menace led by the Master, super mutants have appeared in every game since in several varieties and playing a variety of roles. Like I said, has been featured in every game. Known populations. Several different groups of super mutants, also known as strains, exist with physiological differences resulting from the use of different varieties of the forced evolutionary virus in different parts of the former United States of America. While some super mutants have traveled from far from their place of origin, there is little evidence of any contact between these populations. West Coast, gameplay articles, Fallout 2, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout Tactics, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas feature super mutants derived from FEV2 at Mariposa Military Base who appear as friends, foes, and companions. They're predominantly intelligent, social, and their position in traditional human society is a major question in each of these titles. In Fallout, they are the creations of the Master, who believes that the differences that led to the Great War could be overcome through the forced evolution of humanity. The Master's army of super mutants, Unity, plays to conquer the wasteland and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity by mutating those worthy of joining and sterilizing those who refuse, unaware of their own sterility. Although ultimately defeated in 2162 by the Vault Dweller, who destroys Mariposa Military Base and eliminates the Master, the super mutants aren't all hostile and represent a variety of attitudes, especially toward the Master and his grand plan. In Fallout 2, by 2241, the remnants of the utility react in different ways to the Master's defeat. Some refuse to lay down arms and become raiders, others join the NCR Rangers, or found new communities where humans and mutants coexist, such as Broken Hills. The super mutant companion Marcus is the sheriff of this town. Also introduced is a new second generation of super mutants, originating once again in Mariposa. The Enclave excavated the base between 2236 and 2237 using captured Redding miners as slaves. Without protective equipment, exposure to the FEV still sealed within the base resulted in uncontrolled mutation. These second-generation mutants tend to be, on average, far less intelligent than their peers. In Fallout New Vegas, by 2281, super mutants are rare, but represent another attempt to normalize relations with humans, efforts made possible by the actions of the returning Marcus. The Nightkin are greatly expanded upon in the game, representing the long-term legacy of the Master's work. Near-perfect super mutants twisted by years of exposure to stealth radiation, suffering from various psychological ailments. Dealing with the Nightkin and finding a cure for them is a major element of the super mutant story in the game. At Black Mountain Repcon Test Site in Jacobstown. By the late 2280s, some Mariposa super mutants have migrated to East Coast areas such as the Capital Wasteland or the Commonwealth. Their subsequent relationship, if any, with super mutants of other strains in those locations is certainly unknown. Super mutants who were originally members of the Master's Army appear in Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Capital Wasteland. Gameplay articles Fallout 3 Fallout Shelter. Fallout 3 features super mutants derived from the Evolutionary Experimentation Program, or EEP, an FEV derivative used at Vault A7. These mutants are almost invariably hostile, borderline feral, and completely asexual. They act as hostile creatures barely capable of speech or coherent social organization, but are considered a major threat by the Lyons Brotherhood of Steel, which has engaged them in a war of attrition for nearly 2 decades by the time the game starts. Only 2 non-hostile super mutants appear in the game. Fawkes, a late-game companion who also prefers to be called a metahuman, rather a super mutant, and Uncle Leo, a randomly encountered traveler. These represent the only non-hostile interactions with them in the entire game. Uniquely, these super mutants never seem to stop growing, and ancient gigantic mutants called behemoths can be encountered. Centaurs are common companions of the super mutants, another hideous effect of EEP mutation. These mutants also appear in Fallout Shelter. Commonwealth. Gameplay article Fallout 4. Fallout 4 features super mutants created by the Institute using an FEV sample acquired through clandestine means. These mutants are the byproduct of its research into Generation 3 synths, dumped into the Commonwealth. They are somewhat intelligent, forming unique tribes and representing a variety of mostly hostile attitudes. A super mutant companion, Strong, appears alongside a handful of peaceful super mutants, providing insight into the communal society of the mutants. Interestingly, the Institute's creations consider themselves both to be superior to humans and their victims, seeing violence as a form of retribution. They are commonly accompanied by other FEV creations such as mutant hounds and unstable early experiments, the behemoths. While a cure for the effects of FEV was speculated by Zax 1.2, this is the only strain that can be cured. The Institute scientist Brian Virgil is the first to successfully create a serum that recreated his original human DNA while overriding the FEV present in his system. Appalachia. Gameplay article Fallout 76. Fallout 76 features super mutants derived from FEV experiments at the West Tech Research Center in Appalachia, including mass exposure of the denizens of Huntersville and infection of survivors by the Enclave under orders from President Thomas Eckhart. In a desperate bid to increase the DEFCON rating and gain access to the region's missile weapons, widespread, violent, and hostile, these super mutants have a major presence in the region and are a common enemy for factions that inhabited Appalachia in the past, Responders and Taggardy's Brotherhood, and those who have returned to it after the Scorched Plague, most importantly the Brotherhood 1st Expeditionary Force under Paladin Layla Ramani. Like before, they are accompanied by similar mutated hounds and floaters. Behemoths also make a return. So let's see, other variants, names, appearances, miscellaneous, sterility. So yeah, that is a little bit about the super mutants. Let me see if I can pull you up a picture of the Fallout 4 super mutant and what that looks like, if my internet can cooperate with me today. I hope it does. There we go, it's cooperating with me. Let me go ahead and pull up my desktop after I expand it. There we go. Now let's get to my desktop. I'll say. There we go. And this is a picture of the Fallout 4 super mutant. You see he has a lot of, metal power armor, and he's got this gigantic scar right here on his head. And yeah, these things are definitely hostile, especially in the Commonwealth and Capital and Mojave Wastelands. And yeah, this is a picture of a Fallout 4 Super Mutant. Here is Uncle Leo and Neil. I think this is probably Black Mountain, I'm assuming. But yeah. And here is a Fallout 76 Super Mutant. So that is a video, my creature lore video of Super Mutants in a nutshell. Hit me up in the comment section below and let me know what you think about Super Mutants in general and what are some of your favorite creatures from the Fallout franchise or Fallout video game series. I love the Super Mutants personally. But until my next creature lore video and my next lore video in general, you must always remember that war never changes.